Hey, friends! Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. Come join me, your host, Nicole, for some hope-filled conversations about heartfelt entertainment that makes your heart swing. Hey, Hearties! Welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast. I'm your host, Nicole, joined by my wonderful and lovely co-host, Brennan, to talk about When Calls the Heart, Season 13, Episode 1, Up in the Air. It was written by Joy Gregory and directed by Mike Roll. Hope Valley prepares for the opening of Goldie National Park. Elizabeth, Nathan, Allie, and little Jack return home, but is it just for the weekend?
I'm so excited to be
Yes,
back with you, Nicole. Thank you so
of
much.
course. So excited to be back with you, reviewing this show that we both love so much. And of course, I think I told you this before, but you are now, until this show ends, my When Calls the Heart correspondent. So can't wait.
Love you. Thank you so much. I'm so honored. I'm so excited to talk about this season with you.
Me too, yes. And just a little fun fact, I guess. The earrings that I am wearing right now are worn or have been worn by Erin as Elizabeth on the show, and they were actually featured in the premiere episode.
Yay! They're so beautiful.
Yeah.
Nicole, what scene was she wearing them?
She was wearing them in the scenes at the end with the blue dress with the flowers.
Beautiful. I love that outfit. They're
Love it
gorgeous.
too. And Julie Ellen is a fantastic jewelry designer. Go check out her work if you haven't already. I will link her website in the description of this episode.
Yay! Beautiful.
Yes, thank you. I love them too. And she has multiple designs that have been featured on the show. I think most of them are mostly earrings.
They're gorgeous. I
Yeah.
love them.
And not When Calls the Heart related, but another jewelry design shout out I thought would be appropriate because it has a heart on it.
That's so pretty.
This is the Benny bracelet by Nikki DeLoach and Raine Jewelry. And my mom ordered that for me for Christmas. So, Hardee's and Hallmarkies, go check out that bracelet if you haven't already. And all the proceeds to the purchase of this bracelet goes to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, which I love.
I love that. That's such a beautiful bracelet. It's just so dainty and it's
Yes,
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But why don't we get to the reason why we are here, which is season 13, episode 1. And I did change things up just a little bit with our segments, but not too much. Starting with our first segment, Opening Bell, which is first impressions. What was your immediate reaction after watching? Now, you had already seen this episode in Kansas City.
I did. I did. And so I'm so excited that it's premiered. And now, Nicole,
Yes.
you have seen it because I was just so excited for you to watch it.
Yes.
And something that I loved right away is pretty quick into the episode, we are taken to the boarding house in Cape Fullerton. We see the Grant Thornton clan right away, and we see that they've been there for some time. They've gotten into their routine, and we get to see Charlotte right away, too, pretty much. So I really loved that, seeing that right away. We didn't have to wait too long. And I liked that it was not when they first arrived, but I liked how they'd been there for a while. So we kind of pick up toward the end of the summer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we already knew that that was what was gonna happen from, I
Mhm.
think it was Erin's interview with Heart to Hardy's. She had
Mm.
said that they pick up a couple months after. No awkwardness between Charlotte and Nathan, which I really appreciated.
Thank you. Good job, writers.
But yeah, overall, amazing first episode. I think this is one of my favorite season premiere episodes to date.
Me too. Me too. I was just thinking about that. I totally agree.
Yeah. What would you say this kind of episode is? in other words, what was the emotional takeaway from this episode? Hopeful, quiet, healing,
Mm,
transitional, pivotal, tense, heavy, any of those, or
mm.
any that I didn't mention?
Yeah, I wrote down a lot of describing words for this episode. Hopeful for sure, very loving. I also thought of persistent, unwavering, relentless, tenacious,
Yes.
brave, determined, and not completely, but there was a little bit of pain in this episode we saw, especially from Elizabeth and Nathan. So I did write down painful. I wouldn't say that was a big part of the episode, but we did see a little piece of that, I think.
I'd say all of those words too, as well as healing. I don't know if you mentioned
Yeah.
that one, but
No, I didn't. That's a great one.
I think in a way maybe pivotal because
Mm.
I think every season premiere should set up for the rest of the season, and this one I think did a great job of that.
I think so too. I think you said that perfectly. It absolutely did.
And there were some things that made me wonder about future
Hmm.
possible events
Hmm.
happening in this season, which I'm sure we'll talk more about later
Oh,
on.
yeah. There were some things.
Yes. And then what would you say is the heartbeat of this premiere episode? Something that reminds you why you love this show so much.
The love that Hope Valley has for each other, just the love that this community continues to have for each other, and the way that these characters are so quick to sacrifice and help each other. I mean, that's why I love this show. And loved how this premiere, as well as even last season too, this premiere, there wasn't any conflict with anybody. There wasn't any conflict. There wasn't any butting heads. Nothing was really rough around the edges because unfortunately, if we think back, especially to the dark years, the season premieres would open with a lot of conflict, and as viewers would leave us really unsettled after the premiere. So I was just so thankful and grateful that it reminded me of, yes, this is why we love this show. This is how the show is supposed to be, just this community loving and supporting each other.
I think you took the words right out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to say too.
Yeah,
Just,
it was so obvious in this
yeah.
episode.
I think the heartbeat of this episode for me, to go along with what you were saying, is the welcome home for the Grants and the Thorntons from really everyone in town. You know, all of our favorite characters. There's, of course, the Coulters, Lee, Rosemary, and Goldie, Mike and May, Faith, Bill, Oliver. We had a little appearance from Opal, Lily, Molly. So sweet.
It was so sweet. We got to see everybody, really, which is
Yeah.
such a treat.
Yes, for sure. So going to Hope Valley happenings, first off, some talk about the Mountie work in this episode. What were your thoughts on McGinty? Still sus.
He's still sus. I you see him and you just kind of feel, oh, he's back.
Hmm. Yep.
And he's got a lot of nerve. He kind of threatened Bill when Bill was in his Mountie outfit. That's not the time, McGinty.
No, all this to give prime ranch land to a bunch of tourists. My dad, after watching this episode, he thinks that McGinty started the fire.
That's been my theory. That's been my theory. And I know there are others that have that theory
Yeah.
as well. I wouldn't totally be surprised.
No, but at the same time, I feel like that's too easy, but I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, that's very true. That's very true.
I don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes we're right on target with what they're doing. Other times they're one step ahead.
Mhm. Yes, for sure. We'll find out who
Find out
or
next week,
what
probably.
started the fire.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, of course, some other Mountie related scenes. There's Nathan, Bill, and Oliver, who is riding a horse now, helping with the presentation of the traffic light.
Hmm. How cute was that? You see
Yeah.
Bill, you see Nathan, and then here comes sweet little Oliver. He's not little, but just up next to Nathan. I just thought it was so cute.
Yes. And I love how when I talked to Jacob,
Hmm.
I think it was maybe towards the end of season 12.
Yeah.
I think I asked him a question about if he would want to ride a horse or learn how to drive a car or both. And look where we are now.
Look where we are. That's amazing.
Yes, it's awesome. So way to go, riders.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
And hopefully there will be more scenes of Oliver riding a horse. Well, we know that there's one this week because of Allie.
Yes, I'm so excited to see that, see him more on horseback.
Me too, yes.
Yeah.
I was going to wait to mention this in another segment, but I'll just go ahead and mention it now so I don't forget. Nathan giving Lucas the traffic ticket.
That was so good. It was so good. I honestly, the first time I saw that, kind of knew the way Nathan was eyeing Lucas, and he said, "Welcome back." Did you see that traffic light? And I thought, oh, here we go. He's going to give Lucas a ticket,
Well, I
or at
installed
least
it.
try to.
Yeah. Or, well, I helped get it installed.
Yeah, yeah. Lucas got a little distracted, just a little
Yes.
bit.
And can we take a moment to just appreciate how far Nathan and Lucas have come?
Oh,
Like the handshake and,
yes.
Nathan thanking Lucas for, doing what he can to help with the insulin.
Hmm.
Wow.
It warms my heart.
Yeah.
I am so thankful for it, and we so appreciate it. And it's fun that they still joke around, kind of give each other a hard time. But now it's to the point where it's all deep down they truly respect each other, and it's like two friends kind of poking fun, making
Yeah.
fun of each other. And even Lucas, toward the end, he was like, "Oh, well, someone's got to talk to the governor about these fines." Like he's kind of they're able to poke fun at themselves with each other, where before it was just kind of head to head, kind of one-upping. So
Yeah.
I agree. I'm so thankful for where they are now.
I mean, of course, not close friends, but,
Yeah,
enough where they're friendly with each other,
yeah.
not arguing about anything. You know what I'm trying to say.
Right, right. Like you said, Nathan is very grateful for his help. He's not saying, "We don't need your help. I'm with Elizabeth now. Go away." Like not that Nathan
Yeah.
talks like that, but
No.
Nathan is very
Yeah.
receptive and grateful for Lucas's help.
And before we move on, I just love how, Nathan was not going to give him the ticket. He's like, I could just give you a warning this time. And Lucas is like, no, no one is above the law, not even the governor.
That was so good. And Edie's watching the whole thing.
And I just love how they shot that scene as if the rest of the townspeople around them were listening to the whole thing.
Right. Yes. Kind of for Lucas, it could be an embarrassing moment. Is
Yeah.
the first traffic ticket, and he's governor. So it was kind of it's the first time. We've never had that on the show before.
Nope. Oh my goodness.
Such a good scene. I
Yeah.
love that they wrote that in there.
Yeah, me too. For our next part of this segment, how would you say that the town functioned in this episode, as a unit?
Well, I mean, really, the whole time, any Hope Valley scenes that we saw, I felt like it was most of the town together the whole time. They came together for the traffic light. They all came together when they saw the plane come in. Really, they just showed up for each other the whole time, I
Yeah.
think. Hmm.
And also coming together to welcome the Grants and the Thorntons home.
Yes. Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And the opening of the national park as well.
Yes, of course. That's such a big deal.
Yeah,
Yes. I can't forget that. Yes, that's very, very
for sure.
exciting.
Yeah. As well as the Playhouse, Rosemary's Playhouse, that is,
Mhm.
which Christopher led the charge for that, as his boss, Mr. Whitaker, said.
Yeah, and I'm so glad Christopher is back. It's great to see
Yeah.
him.
Great to see him. James Drew Dean
Mhm.
is a fantastic actor.
He's great.
Welcome back to Hope Valley, James Drew Dean.
Yes, yes, welcome back. And
Yes.
it's so sweet
Yeah.
seeing the dynamic between he and Henry. They're obviously on good terms. They're happy to see each other. It's very heartwarming.
I'm not sure what segment I'll mention it, but I do have a question about Christopher's storyline because something's not lining up.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean because I have the same question.
We'll talk about that in our last segment.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So, who do you think stepped up for the community or showed leadership or compassion in this episode? I wrote down two.
Wonderful. I wrote down one.
Okay.
Nathan. Nathan
Nathan.
was there.
I wrote
Oh,
that down. Yeah.
Nathan Grant.
Nathan Grant.
Absolutely, hands down.
For obvious reasons, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in another segment.
Mhm.
But I also wrote down Minnie for accepting Elizabeth's offer to take over her classroom until she returns from Cape Full.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with
Yeah.
that.
And what would you say maybe is a act of kindness or community spirit in this episode? I wrote down Cooper and
Mm.
Toby offering to help Minnie.
Oh, that was so sweet.
Yeah.
That was so sweet. I did love that scene. I agree with you. I thought of Minnie, like you said earlier, when she offered to teach for Elizabeth, when Elizabeth was thinking she would go back to Cape Fullerton. Yeah, Minnie really, she really showed a lot of selfless kindness.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love how much Minnie was in this episode. I
Mhm.
love the developing friendship with her and Elizabeth.
Me too. And it was so sweet when Elizabeth saw her. She ran, she yelled, she called her name, and she ran right up to her. That was so sweet.
Yes. Minnie was one of the last people Elizabeth saw before she left in
Mhm.
season 12.
That's true. And she gave her that beautiful,
Oh,
beautiful speech.
yeah.
Oh,
That scene will go down as one of the best, I think, in the entire series.
I think so too. It was so well done.
Yes. Moving on to Hearts of the Valley, which is character decision analysis. Two to three major choices in this episode. I think those are pretty much a given, at least two of them.
Yeah.
Elizabeth and Nathan. So, from Elizabeth's point of view, I would say telling Nathan that she can't take him and Allie away from Hope Valley again, and then Nathan being adamant about sticking together as a family with Elizabeth, Allie, and Jack. And
Yeah.
then coming up with a solution so that they can all stay in Hope Valley. What would you say? Same thing.
I really would say the same thing.
Same thing.
I also thought
Yeah.
about Elizabeth deciding to go back
Uh,
without Allie and Nathan, just like you said. I also thought about Nathan. I know we'll talk about this in a bit, but Nathan, after his conversation with Rosemary, really making that decision and calling Charlotte at 10 o'clock at night and
uh,
making something happen. And then jumping way ahead to the end of the episode, which I know we'll talk about, but I also thought about Oliver
mhm.
because when we see the smoke and the men are getting ready to ride out, and Bill asks Oliver to stay behind,
Oh,
Oliver kind of goes against Bill and he says, "No, I was supposed to be out there. I'm going." And then he just goes. So he was the third one I thought of.
that's a good one. I didn't even think about that. I also wrote down, I don't know if this counts because technically they were interrupted before he even got a chance to say anything.
Mhm.
But Lucas deciding to tell Edie what he wants in the way of a relationship. He's literally walking to Edie, and then Molly and Florence are walking, and they're like, "Is that smoke?"
I know. Oh.
Hmm.
But at the same time, Are we moving away from Elizabeth and Nathan getting interrupted? Are now Lucas and Edie going to get interrupted? Because I'm fine with that.
I think it's moved on from Nathan and Elizabeth to Lucas and Edie.
I mean, I love them both. And yes, I am excited for however they move forward in their relationship, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind another couple getting interrupted.
Yes, I think they're the new couple that is going to experience interruptions instead of
Perfect.
Nathan and Elizabeth.
It's about time. Your turn, Lucas.
Yes. Did he ever get interrupted when he was with Elizabeth? I don't think
I
so.
don't think so. That was one of my biggest frustrations going back for a
Rarely,
minute. That
ever.
was one of my biggest frustrations during the triangle in season 8. I felt like Lucas and Elizabeth never got interrupted. And it drove me crazy. It just drove
Rarely,
me crazy.
ever did they get interrupted.
No, it
Maybe.
just seemed very unfair. I know life is unfair, but come
Okay.
on.
What would you say is a risk that those characters took in this episode?
Well, I think obviously Elizabeth risking, I don't think her
Sure.
relationship with Nathan was ever at risk.
Mm-mm.
Not at all. But risking just being apart longer.
Yes.
And I mean, if she would have gone, that maybe would have put things in their relationship on hold, maybe a little longer, certain things.
Uh,
Nathan very well could have risked letting her go and being willing to stay back and just wait for her to
yeah.
return.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And for Nathan, I feel like I saw this on Twitter the other day. Maybe it
Mhm.
was a reply to one of my tweets. And then
Mhm.
I went on Twitter to respond to it, and it wasn't there anymore. But I did see the notification, and I feel like someone said, I wonder if what Nathan did is going to not necessarily get him fired, but maybe a risk with his job as a Mountie.
Oh,
Because we know that Hargraves is not.
I didn't even think of that, but we still need to tie up whatever is between Nathan and Hargraves and kind of his Mountie
Yeah.
past. So that is actually a very good point. This could be
Yeah.
a jumping point for that.
Mhm.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that, but
Yeah.
I think it's a great theory.
Oh,
It
thanks.
makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
would be so interesting.
Not saying that Nathan would lose his job as a Mountie, because of course he
Right.
won't, but
Right. It wouldn't surprise me if Hargraves, he always jumps on Nathan for something. So this actually totally makes sense that he would
yeah.
come into town. And now with the fire, yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we might see him again. Oh
But
boy.
that story does need to be tied up.
It needs to be tied up. It
Yeah.
really does. Because we
It,
haven't forgotten about it, obviously.
I would say Oliver too, putting his life at risk.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, technically, which I'm glad you brought that up because it's another way that he and Nathan are so much alike because technically, we'll see if Bill cares, but technically Oliver disobeyed orders. He was
Mm.
told to stay back and he didn't. Just as we learned in season 8, Nathan disobeyed orders because he chose to do something that he thought was right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then with Lucas, I would say maybe risk his heart being broken again, but
Mm.
I don't think that's going to happen because it's pretty evident that Edie likes him. So,
Right. Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good theory. And Edie, we know that she's a lawyer and obviously she's been in Hope Valley with the ranch, but now with next week, we saw both Edie and Lucas in the promo.
Mhm.
Looks like her ranch might be affected. And being a lawyer, that job could maybe take her away at any moment. So you could be right. Lucas could be worried about that. Like, what if she has to leave? What if she has to go? Yeah. Not that we want her to go anywhere, but
Yeah.
getting into Lucas's head.
And then what do you think that those choices from those characters revealed about growth or fear? Now, for Elizabeth, I would say, I mean, even earlier on in the show, in past seasons, we've seen her care about her son, care about her students,
Yeah.
but I think what she did was really selfless and showed growth. Like she was willing to give up time with Nathan to take care of her son,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
That totally makes sense. And Erin played it so well. I mean, she was hurting. You could see it in her eyes and her face. Nathan could see it.
Mm.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
Yeah. And what would you say for Nathan?
I definitely think Nathan and the way that he's being written, I so love already because his character is just continuing to grow
Mhm.
and develop into this true leading man, this head of household for his current and future family. And we've always known this about Nathan, but he is still not giving up under any circumstances. He will fight, fight, fight for Elizabeth, for his family. So I think it's just so, I'm just so grateful to just see these parts of his character continue to come out.
Mhm. So, question for you for the premiere episode. If this were real life, if we're speaking about Elizabeth, so
Mhm.
if you were Elizabeth, would you have made the same choice if you had a son?
Oh, I mean, as tough as it would be to leave my partner, I hope that I would put
Mhm.
my child first
Yeah.
because I'm not a parent yet, but I do believe that when someone becomes a parent,
Yeah.
their child is the priority. And as a parent, they're called to care for and protect their child. And yeah, I think as painful as it would be, I hope that I would do that, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Rather than just taking the easy way out and saying, well, no, I selfishly want to do what I want. So I'm just going to hope that Jimmy will be okay.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
yeah.
I would make the same choice that she did.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
would be hard.
Hmm. It would be hard. I know for myself included, it was very easy to watch her and think, oh my goodness, how could she do that? How could she leave Nathan? But watching it again and thinking more about it and processing it, it really does make sense. It's not that she doesn't love Nathan or Allie. She's a mom and
Mhm.
her son is her priority.
For sure. So going to Hope Valley highlights, starting off, what were the top three scenes for you? And if you had maybe one or two honorable mentions, you can mention those two.
Sure. Well, top three scenes, no shock. Charlotte and Nathan in the
Yeah,
boarding house,
same.
Nathan and Elizabeth in the
Same.
stables,
Yes.
and Nathan and Rosemary.
Yes. Yeah, same.
Same connection.
Good.
I also did enjoy, as we mentioned earlier, I loved the ticket scene between Nathan and Lucas. I enjoyed the scene where Edie's outside talking to Molly and Florence, and Lucas is inside talking to Lee.
Yeah.
And gosh, there were so many good scenes, Nicole. I'm mentioning so many. And
Yeah.
then also when Lee and Rosemary and Goldie were at the state park and Henry was taking their picture, that was so
Yeah.
precious.
Daddy got a kiss.
Daddy got a kiss. Lovely so much.
Yep.
Oh, and I thought of another one. Elizabeth and Allie, their walk and
Yes.
talk
I wrote that one
outside.
down. An honorable.
Oh, so beautiful.
That was such a sweet scene, and I love how she says thanks to Elizabeth.
Oh, it's so cute. And Elizabeth gives her a little hair touch.
Yes.
Oh,
So
so sweet.
sweet. Yes. And I can't wait for the day she says thanks, Mom.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And I'm sure knowing Allie, she'll jump all over that as soon as she can.
Yeah. So Charlotte and Nathan at the boarding house, and I know there's some mixed feelings about how this dialogue was written, and I totally understand that, but it was still a beautiful scene nonetheless, and I think it was one of the best quotes in the episode. You're honorable and you are kind and you are as good a man as my son was in your own way. And this is the part of the quote that I really, really love. Of course, I love the first part, but the second part really stands out. And if I had any doubt, all I'd have to do is take a look at that gem of a daughter of yours to know that my grandson couldn't hope for a better father.
Oh, I mean, Charlotte just going above and beyond my expectations right at the beginning of the episode, right away. I just, I can't think of anything better. I mean, that just is dream come true. I think that's what we were all hoping for, but we didn't know that would actually happen.
No. And he says, I haven't proposed. I know, but you will. Don't mess this up.
No, see, Nathan, you have Mama Thornton's approval. Just get on it, boy.
Yes,
I wasn't expecting that either, that she also would be on the train of like, yeah, but you will. Let's go. Come on. I love you. Now go propose.
yes. Of course, Nathan's not going to mess it up, but she was literally like, put a ring on it, dude.
Right, right. She's like, all right, I gave you my speech. I love you. Now just do it.
Yes. She basically, in so many words, said the same thing that she told Jack in season 3. You either ride or get out of the saddle.
hmm Right? And that's such a good point. The fact that she's saying things to Nathan that are so similar to what she told Jack, she really already sees him as a son.
Yes.
We know Nathan, we know what he wants, but it's like, Nathan, boy, you have you have everybody's approval.
Yes.
Jack's family loves you, so
Yep. And now
you're
Charlotte.
fine.
Yeah.
Don't have any more worries.
Yes. And I absolutely love the dynamic between Kevin and Brooke.
It's so cute. Did you see it was posted like right before we got together tonight? But did you see the picture that Aaron
Yes.
posted for them? And Kevin has his hand on Brooke's shoulder and she has her hand
Oh,
over his hand.
no.
Oh my gosh, these two, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Yes.
I can tell they just love each other as actors and
Yeah.
co-stars.
They
Yeah.
love working together. I think Brooke is a McGarry.
Oh my gosh, yes. She's a total McGarry. And I mean, how fun for Kevin. What an honor, seriously,
Yes.
to get to work with Brooke
Brooke.
Shields, but also to have this relationship with their characters. So special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And putting this request in now because I don't think that they've written season 14, but
Mm-mm.
Hallmark, can we please, if possible, keep seeing Brooke as the seasons go on with an occasional guest appearance?
Can we have her back every season? Just that'd be great.
Yes,
I would love that. She's part of the family. Let's just get her in whenever we can.
as her schedule allows, of course, because I am sure she is very busy.
Of course. That would be great.
Of course, we always want to see some grandmother grandson scenes with Charlotte and Jack, and now more scenes with Charlotte and Nathan, as well as Charlotte and Allie, too.
Yes. Yes, I'm excited to see more interactions, all of what you said. Wouldn't it be fun to see, like Charlotte was saying, a scene where she's playing cards with Allie?
Yes,
That'd be so cute. I
yes,
would love that.
me too. And of course, more scenes with Elizabeth.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, of course. Just to see how they are together now.
Yeah. Charlotte with the future Grant family.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, I love it.
yes, me
So
too.
good.
The stable scene with Nathan and Elizabeth. I love this scene more every time I watch it.
I do too. I do too. The first time I watched it, obviously I liked it and I thought, oh, that's so cute. That's so sweet. But as we've been talking about it, continue what you were saying because I'll totally agree with you.
It's just so good. The scene starts with Elizabeth walking up. She sees that Nathan is interacting with his horse, Newton. And then, after she is saying it's the first time I haven't taught at the beginning of school since she can't remember when. And then Nathan starts talking about Allie. They're both really emotional, especially Elizabeth. The entire scene is just amazing.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And just like we were talking about, it's so tender,
It
so intimate.
can be hard to get a taste of home when you're not quite there yet. And then, she says it's hitting her that we have to go back to Cape Fullerton. I just really miss home.
Mhm.
I'll be back soon. And then the hair touch and the kiss.
Oh, Nathan Grant. He knows just what she needs. And he just continues to be so physically affectionate,
Yes.
which we absolutely love and adore.
Yes. I really loved the kiss between them in this scene. It was so good and so sweet.
Oh, it was so good. It was so sweet. It was the perfect kiss for that conversation, for that
Mhm.
scene. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. Of course, we love the passion, but this, like you were just saying, was a perfect kiss for that particular moment.
Yes, absolutely. And just, yeah, I completely agree because Elizabeth, she was hurting. I mean, you could see it on Erin's face as much as we would love that. It wasn't the time for
Mm.
like,
Passion.
let's be passionate and romantic. Like it was Nathan comforting her and showing her how much he's with her and how much he loves
Yeah,
her.
for
Mhm.
sure. And then, of course, Nathan and Elizabeth's talk in the backyard while he's grilling.
Grill Daddy, Grill Daddy.
That was such a good scene. And we see him again being so adamant about keeping his family together. And I just love that.
I do too. I do too. And I think Nathan's confidence has also grown so much, which Kevin has talked about
Mhm.
time and time again. And we've obviously seen it. But I mean, we remember where he could barely talk to Elizabeth
Yeah.
and to where he is now, where he is just so comfortable telling her no.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're going to be together. We're in this together. Like, way to go, Nathan. Like, you've come so far, man. You could barely ask her out on a date, and look at you now.
Yeah. I've said this once before, and I'll say it a million times more. Nathan Grant, the man that you are.
Mhm. It's such a good way to describe him. It's so good. I love that you say that because it's so true. He
Yes.
just keeps getting better and better. I mean,
Yes.
we've always loved him, but he just continues to
Hmm.
exceed expectations.
Yes. And you and I were talking about this last night.
Mhm.
Hostables, please do not come at me. I love Oliver O'Toole dearly, but Nathan Grant is giving Oliver O'Toole a run for his money.
That's a huge compliment, Nicole. I mean, that is a statement right there. But I totally agree with you. Yeah. I mean, just
Yeah.
he's also just so dedicated.
Both amazing men,
Mhm.
as characters on series. But
Mhm.
like I just said,
Mhm.
Nathan Grant.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
He is not backing down anymore.
no. And I just can't wait to see how he continues to show his love for Elizabeth
Mhm.
in the
I
future.
do too. I
Yeah.
do too. And like we were discussing earlier, if this is how the season is starting out, oh my goodness, we're in for a real treat with Nathan.
If this is boyfriend Nathan, what is husband Nathan gonna be like?
Oh my goodness, I completely agree. And we were talking about this earlier that boyfriend Nathan is already above and beyond. So we are so excited to see husband Nathan.
Yes. And I think I said that too about Oliver.
Hmm.
Like, boyfriend Oliver was like next level, but
Next level.
husband Oliver was like times 1,000.
Right, right. Just kept
What?
getting better.
Before we move on to the Nathan and Rosemary scene, I have to point out, I feel like when Elizabeth says it doesn't matter what I want, that was a callback to season 10, episode 11. The what do you want scene?
Yes.
It doesn't
Oh, I
matter what I
didn't
want.
see that. Right. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Yes, but that is absolutely a callback.
hmm When
Yeah.
talking about going with Lucas.
hmm hmm And Nathan has always known, whatever the situation is, it doesn't matter more than Elizabeth. Of course, little Jack matters, but you
Yeah.
know, yeah,
hmm
Nathan's able to see beyond that.
Yeah. I think it's really touching how she says, I know that you want to fix this, but some things are just what they are.
hmm Gosh, Nicole, that's so true. So much of that scene was callbacks
hmm
because Nathan in season 12, his conversation with Bill when he's on Elizabeth's
Yeah.
couch, he says himself, basically, I can't fix this.
Mhm.
And Elizabeth knows that about him, that he wants to fix everything. He wants to protect and make things better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we really talk about the Nathan and Rosemary scene, I think we should give a round of applause to the editor of this episode. I believe it is Jason King. That transition between the Nathan and Elizabeth scene and the Nathan and Rosemary scene was brilliant.
hmm It was gorgeous. So well done.
Mhm.
Yes.
And we have not seen a transition like that in a long, long time.
No, no, it was so refreshing. It was great.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
way, we see Elizabeth with her hands kind of on her hips and Nathan slightly off in the distance, just a few feet away with his
Mhm.
back to her.
Yeah.
Then it cuts to Nathan with his back to Rosemary.
hmm hmm Yes, and I loved how when it cuts to Nathan with Rosemary, I like how we don't know who he's talking to yet. Obviously, we know he's not talking to Elizabeth, but
Mhm.
I like how then it pans out and we see Rosemary at her desk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so good.
so good.
And that
And I
scene,
loved how we got a Rosemary and Nathan in the season 12 premiere, and now season 13 premiere, we got another scene with them.
yes, this is the friendship that we didn't know that we needed.
Hmm. I love
Yeah,
their developing relationship so
yeah,
much.
me too. And I think I saw someone say this maybe on Instagram, but it might have been Twitter. I can't remember for sure. I feel like they're going to be, once Nathan and Elizabeth marry, kind of in a way, brother slash sister-in-law, because Rosemary kind of, not by blood,
Mhm.
is like a sister to
Mhm.
Elizabeth.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's totally a sister.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I really appreciate how Nathan is another person where Rosemary, as much as we love Rosemary and how dramatic she is, with Nathan, she comes down and she's just always very calm and she's just a very grounded person, if that makes sense. Like when she and Nathan are talking, she's not her big dramatic self. She's just someone else who cares and loves Elizabeth. And she clearly cares about Nathan too.
Yeah. Nathan in that scene when he says, I don't want to lose her.
I know. I know. Oh my goodness. I just, I so appreciated that they wrote that for Nathan, that vulnerable moment, and expressing that in front of Rosemary. And she immediately is quick to come from behind her desk and
Mhm.
put an arm on him and help come up with a solution and something encouraging.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think Joy did clarify in her interview with Heart to Hearties about this scene that Nathan didn't mean losing her in the sense of their relationship. She meant that he meant losing the light
Yes, yes, exactly.
in her eyes.
Exactly. Hmm
Even Nathan said it. She's lost the light.
hmm Oh, it was such a beautiful scene. Just right away, we get hit with this beautiful scene.
Yeah.
I adore it so
Yeah.
much.
Even though it's heartbreaking, I just love how when Elizabeth's heart is broken, Nathan's is too, if that makes sense.
It totally makes sense, which is like we were saying earlier, one breath, one heartbeat.
Yes, he's
He,
carrying
he's,
her pain.
yes, they have always known each other, I think, better than they have known themselves. And
Yeah.
that's continuing
Yeah.
to be true. And I also really love how Nathan knows how close Rosemary and Elizabeth are. So I love that he chose Rosemary to talk to. Because of course we love his conversations with Bill. He could have gone to Bill, but he chose to go to Rosemary because he knows also how well Rosemary knows Elizabeth and he trusts Rosemary, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. So a few more honorable mention scenes that we haven't talked about, just
Mhm.
really briefly.
Yeah.
Elizabeth's reaction to no mustache. What?
It's so good. It's so good.
That was
I
so
did
cute.
like that we got to see like a reaction from her.
Yes.
Like it wasn't just skipped over. Yeah,
Yeah. It was
that
so
was great.
cute. And of course, Kevin as Nathan always looks great. But that look in that scene, like the wardrobe and just, his overall look in that scene was great.
Oh, it was great. It was chef's kiss, just the blue on blue.
Blue on blue. Yes, that's what I was trying to
I
say.
mean, he just looks so beautiful and you can tell his confidence.
Yeah.
He's not worried. He's
Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought of another scene, the scene with Oliver and Allie when she walks into the Mountie
That was
office
cute.
and he's
Yeah.
sitting at the desk. I'm
That was
like, oh my goodness, this is like when Elizabeth walks into the office and Nathan
cool.
is there. And Allie also notices that Oliver shaved.
Yes, she does. That was really cute.
That was so cute.
And then also Elizabeth's reaction to the plane. Nathan Grant, what did you do?
Oh, she knows her man so well. She immediately knew it was him.
Yes. And I just love when she says that question, he just looks up like, mm-hmm,
Hmm?
there's a surprise coming your way.
That's right. Your man came through.
Yes. What would you say is the small moment in this episode that spoke the loudest or had the biggest impact? I would say there's two, but I'd love to hear yours first
Hmm.
because they might be the same.
Well, they very well could. I'm excited to hear yours. I wrote down what we talked about earlier, just Nathan noticing, like you said, the light going out in Elizabeth and then it coming back.
Mm-hmm.
He verbally expresses that. Like we said earlier, he tells Rosemary the light went out in her eyes. And then he tells Elizabeth, I'm just happy to see that light back.
Yeah.
So those little moments really stood out to me.
Yeah, for sure. For me, I'd say Nathan and Elizabeth outside the infirmary after it's been approved as the, you know, tier one clinic.
Yeah.
And she says, You made miracles happen. Just happy to see that light again with the hair tuck again.
Oh, the hair tuck. And then he puts his hands around her waist. Oh,
Like we said, was it for our review of season 12, episode one? The hand on the face and the hand around the waist.
it's physical touch, Nate. Physical touch, Nathan. And he's doing that in public now. He's like, yep,
Yes.
you're my girl.
Uh-huh.
Listen,
For
I'm not
sure.
just doing this in front of your row house.
Yes.
I just love it. And just
Yes.
their eyes are on each other the whole
All
time.
time.
And there's people around.
Yeah.
They're just like, nope, we're just in our own world.
Yep. And I think even more than that scene, now I did love that scene,
Yeah.
but even more, Jack on Nathan's shoulders wearing his Mountie hat. That was
Oh,
precious.
oh, that is precious. A scene like this with Jack wearing Mountie Nathan's hat, or I don't know why I just said Mountie Nathan, Nathan's hat, that was a dream of mine back in season 8. Back in season 8, I was having visions of one of the Taylor twins wearing Nathan's Mountie hat. So when this happened, I just about fell out of my chair.
It was
So
cute.
beautiful, so precious. Oh, and just him on Nathan's shoulders makes it just chef's kiss.
I think we'll see more scenes with them like this.
I think we will too. We've seen Jack wear Jack Sr.'s Mountie hat, which was precious
Ethan too.
and beautiful. Now he's wearing Nathan's hat. Oh, which is just so precious, such a full circle moment.
Who would you say had the best actor performance in this episode? Of course, everyone did a great job, but
Everyone did a fabulous job. I completely agree. I gotta give it to
I
Kevin.
was going to say Kevin too.
Yeah.
For sure.
He had such a range in this
Yes.
episode. I so much range in one episode, and he had so much screen time, which thankfully he's had more screen time for a while. But again, not to keep bringing it up, but in past seasons, I felt like there would be episodes where we'd barely see him. And we would ask, "Where's Nathan?" We're halfway through the episode and we haven't seen him. So
For sure.
just this was such a good episode for Kevin.
Yes, I think so too. And I think it's only going to get better.
It's only gonna get better. Yeah, this is just the first episode.
So,
Oh my goodness. I feel like this was so many episodes in one. This
yeah,
is just the first one.
yeah. What would you say is the quote of the episode?
Well, I wrote a few down, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean the first two, of course. I love Charlotte, of course,
Yeah.
saying, "Don't mess this up." Nathan saying, "Where you are is where I belong." Also, I love in the Rosemary Nathan scene. It's that quote from Lewis Carroll, but I'm pretty sure it's from Alice in Wonderland, the six impossible things before breakfast.
Hmm.
I love that quote. And then when Nathan told Elizabeth, "I'm just happy to see that light back."
So sweet. I wrote those down too, and then Nathan saying we're in this together. That was at the very beginning. And then also, you're more than just your job. Henry to Christopher, I thought was a great line.
Yes. Oh, it was. I'm really glad you brought that up. Thank you, because that also was a wonderful
Yeah.
scene with the two of them in the saloon.
Yes,
Just
that was great.
both so happy to be back together.
Easter eggs or callbacks. I just wrote down two. I think we
Mhm.
already mentioned one. The mention from Charlotte about teaching Allie how to play poker. Season 6 with the card trick. And then when Allie is talking to Elizabeth, when she talks about skipping school to go fishing.
Yes. Yes. I love that Allie brought that up and just kind of reliving her beginnings in Hope Valley.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yep.
sweet.
So going to Faith and Frontier, what would you
Mhm.
say is the central theme of the episode? I wrote down home, community, and overcoming obstacles together.
Oh, I love those. I completely agree.
Yeah.
I thought of a few different themes, starting with just doing whatever it takes,
Hmm.
doing anything for love,
Yeah.
helping others when they're in need, and to just keep looking for solutions when all seems hopeless.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the life lesson or message that you took away from this episode, and how do you think that it applies to today? Those are
Mm,
kind of like two in one.
yeah. This whole episode was just so much about love, but it was a love in action, I
Yes.
really thought. This whole episode, every character, they showed their love through action or through an act. So the message I took away was, actions sometimes really do speak louder than words.
Mhm.
And seeing someone's love through acts of service is so powerful.
Yeah.
And that's just a really great personal reminder for me. Um, because I tell, people all day long that I love them, but to actually show somebody is a whole other level of how much you really do love someone or many people.
So the message I took away is that, no matter what obstacles you're facing, holding on to hope and leaning on your community and working together with your loved ones can turn challenges into blessings and bring you back to where you truly belong.
Mm. Oh, I love that.
I love it.
So true.
Good
Yes.
message.
So good.
Did you write down any maybe Bible verses that fit those themes or the central theme of this episode? I wrote down two.
Oh, what two did you write down?
Galatians chapter 6, verse 2. We have mentioned this, I think, multiple times already before in our season one reviews, which we just finished before
Yes.
Christmas. And that verse is carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. And I think this verse reflects how Hope Valley comes together to support Elizabeth, Nathan, and their family during uncertainty with, the insulin clinic. And it underscores the idea that community and shared responsibility make seemingly impossible situations like the railroad strike possible. And it aligns with the message that love is shown through action, like you were just saying, perseverance and helping one another through challenges.
Mm, so good. I completely agree with both.
And then the other one I wrote down, also from Galatians chapter 6, verse 9, and it is, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. And I think that that verse fits really with Nathan and Elizabeth specifically
Mm,
and them not giving up. Really, Nathan is the one that did not give up on trying to find a solution to have them stay in Hope Valley.
I completely agree with that. Yes.
Also, side note, not related to this segment, but can we talk about that pilot for a second?
Hot pilot? Yes, please. Where did he come from? We
I don't
need
know,
we need
but
to know. Can he stay?
yes.
This pilot just falls out of the sky and he's a handsome guy. When he and Nathan were shaking hands, I thought, well, dang, we got two handsome men in one scene. Who do I look at?
Yes, I saw your comment about that on here in Julie's Live. Shout out to
Very,
y'all.
very sweet character though. And I liked how he said hi to little Jack. That
Yes,
was
that was really cute with the wink. Yeah.
yeah. And Nathan was so happy to see him.
Yeah.
Just, oh, thank you so much for coming.
Yes. So there's no fan feedback for our Hardy's mailbag segment this week. Maybe there will be some next week
Yeah.
for episode two. But going to our looking ahead segment, what's to come for the next episode? There's the wildfire. And can we talk about that promo? That is one of the best promos that the show has ever done.
One of the best. I find myself watching it over and over again, which normally I don't do for promos. It's so good.
So good.
So good. Yes.
And of course, I wasn't watching live for seasons one, two, three, and most of four.
Me
So
either.
I don't remember all of those promos,
I don't either.
but this one was top-notch amazing.
Hmm. So good. Speaking of promos, because I'm the same as you, also didn't watch the first few seasons live. The one I remember that really stood out for the first time was the first time they did a Christmas movie.
So that
It
was
was it was
season
their
four.
very first Christmas one.
So that was season four.
That was season 4. And I still remember that one. I just remember how beautiful it was. And it was a Michael Bublé Christmas song. And I just remember thinking, dang, I wish I knew it was happening in the show because I'd love to watch it.
Oh, you weren't watching, you just saw it on TV.
I just saw it on TV. Yeah, probably when I was watching other Christmas movies because I hadn't watched the show yet. So I
Yeah.
didn't know anything. But I remember thinking, like, that's a really beautiful Christmas promo.
Yeah.
I hope I can watch the show eventually.
Wow. I'm trying to remember which one was the first promo I saw before I started watching live.
Oh, and I remember seeing the wedding promo, Jack and Elizabeth's wedding. I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was the promo or just promo photos,
Mm.
but I feel like one of the first glimpses of When Calls the Heart I saw was from season 4, episode 7, My Heart Will Go On. So the
Mm,
shots of Elizabeth and Jack getting engaged, I feel like that was the first thing I ever saw of When Calls the Heart. And I was like, I have to find the show. I have to watch this show.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. And then I started watching. I don't know,
Oh.
maybe a couple days after, a week or two after. And I
Mhm.
caught up in just enough time, I think, for the last 2 episodes of season 4 live. I
Yeah.
think I already told you this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, it's for both of us. I mean, when these promos are good, it draws you in and it
Mhm.
makes you want to watch.
Yeah. So I guess the first promo I would say watching live, it was probably for season 4, episode 9 or 10.
Mm. Yeah. Aw.
So going back to season 13,
Yeah.
the big thing is the wildfire this episode and,
Yeah.
the town coming together. And we see a shot of Nathan and Elizabeth. Come back to
Oh,
Nathan Grant. Always. Oh, on the
I
floor.
Nicole, has a promo ever put us on the floor? Because I was on the floor.
Maybe once or twice before, but very few
True.
times.
True. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that alone, they could have just done that. The whole promo was just beautiful. But yeah, just I'm so glad that they put that in there. That was genius. Promo people,
Yeah.
good job. You keep your job because
Yeah.
you're fantastic.
Yes. We meet a young girl in this episode who Nathan saves. I wonder if it's the same one that Pascal was talking about.
I'm thinking it is. That's my prediction. I think it's the same girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder when the Nathan and Elizabeth scene happens. Like the episode 1 cliffhanger is him and Bill and Oliver and Joseph riding out. So after, he rides out, does he come back, have
Mhm.
the moment with Elizabeth, and then go back out again and then brings the girl back? And that's when they have the moment? I don't know.
Because during their moment, he's like has soot. He looks smoky,
Yeah.
right? Well, yeah, he is a smoke show, but like, you know what I mean? So, he looks ashy.
Yes. Like on his clothes. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
On his
Right? Does he have that on him?
Yes. And
Yeah,
there's no one around, it looks like, in the scene with them. But then in the promo photos, where we see the girl,
yeah,
there's people around. So I don't know
yes.
where that scene's gonna land.
He must go first and then come back, and then there must be a reason that he has to go back in. Yeah.
But I have a strong inkling that there is a kiss in that scene because the way that they cut that,
Mm.
just I feel like something is missing because we see his hand like touching her hair, and then his hand is like on her face, or his thumb is like on her chin.
Yeah.
It like jumps.
Right. I love that you noticed that because, ooh, I'm so hoping we get a kiss. Even if it's just a quick one, that's fine. Can we just please get a kiss?
Yes,
Please. We need a kiss.
yes,
Moment for a kiss. We need a come back to me
yes,
kiss. Yeah.
yes. And I so hope that there's a reunion kiss too when he comes back, when
Yeah.
he's completely done with helping with the fires.
Yeah.
Like with Jack and Elizabeth before he rode off to the Northern Territories. That is one of my favorite Jack and Elizabeth kisses.
Oh, I love that one so much.
When he
I
gets off the
love it.
horse.
It's so good. I love that moment so much. I would love that between Elizabeth and Nathan. I really
Yeah,
would. Running hug,
a
pick her up,
rolling
twirl
horse.
her, give her a kiss.
Yes,
Oh, please. Please.
yes, so good.
So good.
Before we get to any other predictions that we may have for upcoming episodes, we mentioned this earlier on, but Christopher, isn't he already engaged?
I thought he was. I really thought he was because there is a scene where Henry is reading a letter from him,
Yeah.
and there's a picture of Christopher and Rachel. And I thought that he said they were engaged and planning a wedding, but I could be mixing that up with another character or, but I'm with you. I thought they were already engaged. I really did.
Yeah. It seems like that storyline went down the black hole.
It kind of did. It did. And I guess I can understand now with Christopher coming back 5 years later that some things might get changed,
Maybe.
mixed up. We remember we're like vaults, us Hardys.
Yeah.
So if the majority of us seem to remember that he was engaged before, he probably was. We can let it slide. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
Yeah. It's possible that when they filmed season, what was it, 8 when he was there,
Oh, yeah,
that they didn't know if he was coming back. So,
that's a very good point. That is very true. At that point, I'm sure they had no idea. Yeah. At least he and Rachel are still together. We love that.
for sure.
Very happy.
Yeah. So, do you have any predictions for any of the upcoming episodes about any storylines?
Oh, predictions, where to start?
Did I start?
Yeah, please start. I have a lot, but please start.
Okay, so for me, I think one of my predictions,
Mm,
probably referring to mainly this episode and another one that I'll mention in a second. As heartbreaking as this is, considering the fact we've waited, what is it, 12 seasons for it? Part of me wonders if Rosemary's Playhouse is going to get burned to the ground by the wildfire, and that's where her director role comes in.
mm. I agree with you on that. I think there's a very good chance, unfortunately, that it will.
Oh, we
I
waited 12 years for it to
I
just get burned to the ground.
I know it. We understand set
Yes.
wise, it probably was impossible for them to build a playhouse. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we've seen Rosemary in the promo outside directing. And so I think what might happen is she'll still make
Mhm.
a movie, but with shooting just around the town.
For sure. Another big prediction that I have, I guess this could be a season-long prediction. And I'll just start with this. I found it interesting because they rarely ever do this.
Mhm.
The Bill and Oliver scene outside the jail when Bill is like, "You're going to move in with me." Um, I feel like that's setting up for something. Like,
Mhm.
and I'm going to continue with this theory with saying, as heartbreaking as this is, it's evident that people from probably Benson Hills are going to lose their homes
Mhm.
in the fire.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to find new homes. And there's a couple of us that, that have this theory. I think that if I were to make a guess, it would probably be Nathan and Allie's row house to go. Like, it would probably be Nathan and Allie to move out. I think that they are going to have to move out to
Mhm.
give someone from Benson Hills a place to live. Allie's going to move in with Elizabeth and Jack, and Nathan's going to move in the jail until the wedding.
Oh, I actually can see that. That really makes sense.
It makes
Yeah,
sense.
it makes sense. Right. Because of course, Allie would love that and Elizabeth would welcome her with
Yeah.
open arms. And yeah, it would be kind of comical to see Nathan live in the jail because Jack did. Not that we want to do this Jack Nathan comparison game,
No.
but it would kind of be fun to see like, okay, now both Mounties have had some time living there.
Mhm. Yes, and I don't think it's a secret because there are posts from HFR
Mhm.
in the jail and in Elizabeth's row house. I think in the jail, someone, I would have to go back and look, but it might have been Maggie Hawk,
Mm.
posted a photo from, I think, looking into the jail, like, in the window.
Yeah.
And the keeper photo of Nathan and Elizabeth is not there. It's
Hmm.
just Nathan and Allie,
Hmm.
which makes me think it was moved somewhere.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I am curious to see what happens with that. Like, why was that photo moved? Because that was so adorable. I
Yes,
love the picture of him and Allie, but
yeah,
I so love knowing that the keeper photo was there.
yeah. And then apparently, I haven't gone back and watched all the set tour videos, but Elizabeth's row house looked different. Like there was stuff missing that they didn't want us to see.
Mm.
Um, like someone moved in,
There's a definite reason for that. I don't think she's getting new furniture.
like someone moving in.
I don't think she's just redecorating. Oh,
No.
there's something going on for sure. For sure. And we have all seen the end of season post by Erin with her and Kevin,
Hmm.
Elizabeth's leg on top of Nathan's leg, and it looks like they're in a house. So,
Hmm.
I mean, I'm hoping for best.
But a proposal slash engagement is definitely coming in season 13. I feel pretty confident about a wedding in season 13 too. But if the wedding is in season 14, I know that they'll make it worth the wait.
Oh, for sure. For sure. As I completely agree with you. As much as we would love a wedding this season, there is some comfort knowing we have season 14. And
Yes.
if we must wait,
Yes.
that's fine. We've
Yes.
waited before,
Yes.
but ideally, we would love a wedding this season, of
Yes.
course.
Have any predictions or last thoughts for this episode?
Well, this is maybe more of a hope, but I am really hoping that we see either Charlotte and Nathan at Jack's grave or just Nathan.
I would love to see that. Yeah.
That's something I'm still really hoping for.
Yes, me too. All right, Hearties. Well, I think that concludes our review of When Calls the Heart, Season 13, Episode 1, Up in the Air. If you stayed to watch this entire review, thank you so much. We so appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this episode, you can like this video and share your thoughts on this season premiere in the comments. If you were listening on Spotify, make sure to rate and review, as your feedback is always greatly appreciated. If you want to stay up to date on all of our When Calls the Heart reviews for the season and any possible interviews, you can subscribe to this channel on YouTube and follow along on Spotify, and make sure to turn on the bell so you are alerted when those new episodes come. You can also find the podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Swing My Heart Podcast and Twitter at Swing My Heart Pod. You can also find Brennan on Instagram at West Hardy. Thank you so much again for listening. We hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, and we will see you next week. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye.